Today we're going to be tearing down this phone. It is a Samsung Galaxy S10, obviously. And you might be wondering, what happened to this phone? Well, I got it half off, so I got half the phone. I also did the hard parts by taking off the screen, the battery, and the bottom half of the phone. So we're going to go ahead and start tearing it down. Let's get started. To tear it down, we're going to need to take off these 4 screws that are left right here. Just simply, easily, obviously, take off the 5 Phillips head screws. Make sure to mark their locations. This will take a minute. Okay, I guess that screw's not coming out. If the screw doesn't come out, try using a flathead to force it out. I see the issue. It seems to be connected to the phone chassis with some form of adhesive. Well, we're just going to go ahead and try taking off the rest. Maybe the rest will actually come out, like that one. We'll just ignore that I stripped the screw. You might be wondering, how did I get this? Answer, it was simply just one of my friend's old phones. You can actually see the screen ribbon cable right there, as that is what holds the entire phone in place. And that's what connects the screen to the motherboard. You might be wondering, why is it ripped? And well, when I threw it down on its corner to get the screen off, because I didn't have a heat gun or a plastic pry tool, I took it off, and it didn't really go all that well. As you can see up here, the screen just completely cracked. However, it didn't just crack, it completely fell off. The buttons still work on the side. And so does the rear camera unit. You can figure out how to get this off real quick. You can still see little tiny shards of glass at the top, along with the small Samsung logo, the front camera unit, the earpiece, and a few sensors. As you can see, it's a great idea to start banging them with your screwdriver in order to ensure that they work. Ignoring that, we can tell that this phone is definitely cooperating. We're gonna try it. So now that we've determined that the thing works by having my phone fall from its stand, using a little prying and some force, I've been able to knock off the front. And now we can take a little look inside the front of the phone. If I pry it a little more, you can see, we can start to see the insides of the phone. all we have to do now is tear off the back case. The back case, or the back, because you can tell from here that there was a little actual back cover. It was one of those removable battery phones. Nice. Tearing this phone apart is going to be harder than Tearing this phone apart is going to be much harder than I thought it would, mainly because, well, this metal plate isn't coming off. And slamming it with the screwdriver, causing it to dent, really isn't helping. If we conduct a scratch test of the metal is scratching the metal. That's not very good. I thought I might be able to detach the screen ribbon cable, and I can. Ish. I got it disconnected now, just like a little Lego. This is what connects the entire phone. This is what connects the entire screen to the phone unit. Pretty ingenious. It's pretty genius tech. Just the fact that it snaps on and off like Legos is amazing. If we try unscrewing the screws a little more, you can see that I successfully lost one of them, meaning that this phone isn't really going to stay together much longer. However, that's also good because it's easier for the phone to get taken apart now. After taking off another motherboard standoff, there's only one left. But this one is more than likely the hardest, because I don't have any access to it from the underside. No, there's only one left. The center one. After quite a bit of prying, I've almost got it off. Just like a little Lego. Halfway through just taking it off, I figured out just how fragile the screen ribbon cables are, because I almost ripped it. Alright, the motherboard's not coming out. I concluded that the board isn't going to come out much easier. And as I say that, it starts snapping in front of me. So I decide to just go ahead and commence the pry of shame. As we get to do this, we go ahead and get to take a look at the internal. As we do this, we go ahead and get to take a look at the internals of the phone. The system on a chip. The vibrator, and quite a few other things. I was hoping to do a smooth and easy take apart on this one. That's not what I got. In fact, there are At this point, there are tiny little shards of glass all over my desk. So I decided it'd be a good idea to start wrapping up. The system on a chip is right here. And I start prying that open. The vibrator is right here. This is what vibrates on those phones, along with some stuff like the CPU and RAM. I don't want to puncture it too much because then it might not work anymore. After taking apart the lid of the system on the chip, we see the internals. However, there's still one place I haven't gotten to. The camera. It's probably the most anticipated part of any phone. And there went the vibrator. The vibrator is gone. There's quite a few little. The system on a chip is dismantled. The little Lego connector. And I don't think I'll be able to get to the camera, which is a considerable amount higher up on the phone, However, I don't give up quite yet. I loosen that fifth bolt just a little bit more. Fail horribly. Try to pry it out again. And succeed in starting and try to pry it out. I finally see the camera unit, but then I decide it's time to put it away. It's time to go ahead and close up. I put the thermal cooling and vibrator back into its place. Proceed to screw the phone back together with the broken standoffs. Decide this phone is too worthless to try to put back together. Glass dust is everywhere. I'm probably going to get cancer from this. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye.